Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today's project is going to be an eggplant twofer. And if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about when I say a twofer, two for the price of one. So essentially, I'm going to be using the muck water from the main shirt and try to create kind of like a little bit of a freebie shirt. Now, I'm talking just specifically about this shirt that we're working on. I'm not talking about yesterday's project. If you're curious about what I did yesterday, after you watch this, go check out that one. So I tied up this spiral off camera. I have a whole bunch of spiral tutorials. If you've never seen me make one before, go check out any of those. I make them all the same. And right now what I'm doing is I'm wrapping it in silicone cake molds that I got from Amazon. And I do have a link down below in the description box for these and everything else that I use for tie-dye, so make sure that you check that out. So essentially I'm treating this shirt as if it's its own project, kind of like an experiment here. So I'm going to be adding the dye to the project in my little pieces of the pie like I like to do, and I'm making sure that the dye intersects through the center of the spiral. Doesn't matter what shape your spiral is, you just want to try to make sure that the dye, runs through the center portion of the spiral. Here's where the experiment portion comes in. I had to look back at the timestamp on each video. So that muck water that you see right there is 17 hours old from the time I started yesterday's project until right now. So it's not fresh, but it has not made it to the 48-hour mark. So I gave the project a quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure like I always do, and then I added some soda ash to the muck water in hopes that maybe it could raise the pH back up and rejuvenate some of that muck water. Now, I don't know if it works or what, but I thought I would just give it a try. So I just plunge it down in there and I let it soak up all of that beautiful muck water goodness. And then I'm gonna add ice to this project, just like I said, like it's its own project, just to sort of help that dye that I've added to it get going and get moving around a little bit. Now you're about to see me stick empty dye jars into this container of muck water. They are empty. Never ever put your dye jars full of dye into any container where there's going to be water. But empty dye jars come in handy for tools to help prop up your racks. Now this shirt ended up batching for about 31 hours just because of the time frame. I prefer to do full 48 hours, but I was coming in late like I had mentioned before. So I almost went directly into hot water for this one because it's kind of already mucky looking. So if the hot water makes the dye bond with the fabric even more, great, I'm all about it. So from here, I take it to the washing machine, and I like to do hot water cycles using Carolon, and then I like to do a final hot water cycle using Millsoft. And then I'll put the projects in the dryer, and then I'll iron them, and we'll come back and we'll see the results. Well, here it is, guys. Here's our freebie twofer in the shade Eggplant after it's been washed and dried and ironed. And I love this shirt. I am so obsessed with making these, you guys, because I really don't know what I'm going to get. My first time doing one of these in the Eggplant. If I do it again, I might have a better idea, but it's like rejuvenating making tie-dye all over again for me because I found like something new and fun and exciting to do. So as you can see, it has that beautiful color, the rich plum eggplant color, and then there is some of that lovely lavender and then some golden tones. Now on this shirt, it's showing a lot more of that color that I said yesterday that I didn't know what to call it. Sort of like the greenish, grayish color. it has a lot more of that going on, and I really like it. I love the contrast of it against that beautiful plum and lavender tone. I don't know. I think the shirt turned out pretty cool. And no, it's not a freebie. I had to buy the t-shirt and all of that. But I feel like it's a freebie because I'm utilizing all that muck water that I typically just pour right down the drain. And as you can see here, two totally different shirts made totally two different ways. And I'm not wasting anything. So I love this shirt and I love this process. And I hope you guys start embracing it and making some of your own and sharing them with me because I would love to see them. So what do you guys think of this twofer? Please leave me some comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell and set it to all. That way you get notified of future uploads. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing.